First up, what doesn't matter? You guys know what doesn't matter? Some of you right now are screaming, rate! Rate doesn't matter, Sundance! It doesn't matter. And now usually I bring this up in raising rate environments. Right now we've got kind of a really low rate environment. It's a little bit of volatility right now this last week. A couple of weeks ago we saw a lot of volatility. But here's the thing that is consistent throughout all of this. Our production has remained fairly consistent, and that's because rate doesn't matter. What matters is the benefit and what's happening right now. If what we are offering right now, at this second, today, right now, Friday, is better than what our borrower already has, they need to lock it in. We need to fire up the mortgage police. It's an emergency. They need to lock that bad boy in because I have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow. But here's what I do know. I do know that the benefits are secure today. And the way that we structure these terms, the way that we talk about maybe 1 month of skip payment, maybe an escrow refund, maybe a lower monthly payment moving forward, maybe it's life of loan savings, maybe we're shortening the term, maybe we're giving them a 27-year mortgage. We have all of these things that we can do to construct benefit for our borrowers, and those things, regardless of rate, make the difference. So listen to our borrowers and let them know rate doesn't matter. What matters is the story that you and I exchange right now, and if I can come up with a solution that saves you some money. Okay, we're going to talk right now about the treasure hunter close. Treasure hunter close, because a lot of people like these kinds of games, and it's a fun way to gamify the situation. So here's what we've got for you. If somebody says, I don't like your cost, or you're not saving me enough money, or some kind of a mild objection, you can say hey, I get it. But here's the thing, I'm like a treasure hunter. I have one of the best jobs in the entire world. I can't give you a mortgage that's going to cost you more money. Nobody calls in and says, Sundance, I want to raise my rate and raise my monthly payment. Can you help me there? No. The only way that we do mortgages, the only way that we get new business is by finding money and saving it for our borrowers. In essence, we found treasure that they didn't even know they lost. Right? Treasure hunters run out with metal detectors and they go deep sea diving, or they're our pirate friend here who finds it on ships. Whatever. We go out and we find money for people that they didn't even know they lost. So, do we take a commission for that? Yeah, heck yeah we do. We take a small commission for that, but the rest of the treasure is theirs. And that should give you peace of mind, because at the end of the day, we're helping people find money that they didn't even know they lost. We're like treasure hunters. And so, if a borrower says it doesn't really, you're costing me too much, say, well, listen, the cost of doing nothing is you get none of that treasure. You wouldn't find it, you don't have it, you don't have access to it. I'm going to find it for you. I'm going to save you, $37,000, and so the closing cost of $3,700, that's small potatoes compared to the overall treasure. But Darla Harper is the name of my very first borrower, and here's what I want to remind you of. That experience for me, it's been 16 years and I still remember Darla Harper. I checked in with her frequently from time to time to just see how her mortgage was, just check in with her and see hey, can I help again? Are you buying a new house? How are you growing? And she was buying her first house. She just graduated from medical school. She was a neurosurgeon actually, so she's like a brain surgeon. And I remember making this cheesy joke about how mortgages weren't brain surgery because she was going to be a brain surgeon. So I will tell you that those cheesy dad jokes worked for me 16 years ago. People love that stuff over the phone. When you're likable and a little bit goofy, it plays out well. Just like my dear Ever over here. So the thing is, we should approach every single file with the awe and the amazement and the excitement that we did with our very first mortgage. Who did you write your very first loan to? Or are you brand new? There's 29 new people in class right now, and there's a whole bunch of CCSs out there who are training for this thing. I know there's a couple of them taking the test, I think, this week or maybe next week. So this is about to change significantly for you. Remember who that first person is. If you were already on the floor, remember, who was that first person? How happy were you that you saved them some money? And remember that excitement and that feeling, and try and translate that to every single phone call.